Hi everyone, so in today's video we'll make that card that you saw in the thumbnail there, continuing working with these Spellbinders Just Add Cake birthday card making kit. I have done a whole unboxing, a couple other videos, so I'll link all those things in the description box for you guys. So yeah, we'll just get to it. So Spellbinders did send this free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. I do have them for the US and the UK. It just helps keep the channel going, and I really appreciate the support, guys. So yeah, so we've used a few items already from our kit, and I think today I'm gonna work with this guy. And so this one actually has the option of making a little like shaker with the little blister pack. So we'll use that today. I'll show you how to use that. Maybe we'll use, since we already did the stamp sentiment, maybe we'll use these guys, just something different. So let me grab a card base. And I'm debating what I want to do for the background, because we have that cute 3D folder, just to give a little texture, a little something different. Maybe you want to use pattern paper. And then also, what color do I do that with? I think like a light blue. Ooh, there's several different blues here. Let's go with the middle color. Hold on. Let's go with the lightest one. I've already cut into some of this green before. I have a little piece of it over here too, that I might just use because we just need like a little bit of greenery. And I have even a piece like this. When I cut out the little chompster, I can still use this area, so I just kept it because I thought that's enough to make leaves. So we will do that. And then what color do we want that main flower? Do we go yellow? We can go yellow. And then I'm trying to think if I want to cover... Okay, let's just go with this for right now. So a few pieces here. We'll put away our cards. Let's go. Okay, so A2 size card base. It's already made for you by 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25 if you're making your own. I'm gonna take this guy. Ooh, hold on. I just saw that the scoring tool had popped off my trimmer and it was just sitting there, so I'll put that in a safe place. Of course I won't find it, even though I think it's in a safe place. I'm gonna cut this to 4 1/8. I'm gonna cut it first by 5 3/8. Now, you don't have to embed the shaker, because honestly you could just put, you know, a piece of cardstock behind it and then just pop it wherever you want to put it. But I wanted to embed it in this just so you can kind of see what you would do if that's what you want to do. But I do want to emboss this. But I'm not going to emboss it and then run it through my die cutting machine, because it's just going to flatten out. So let's cut our little center, or our little piece here first. So basically you have these things. So this, I assume, is the shaker opening. If you don't want to use the shaker, you can just use this piece and then pop it in the center. See how it's big? And it's actually bigger than this circle. So that's why I wanted to make sure that that is meant for this guy. So let's grab one of these and make sure that that little hole it's going to make will work. Super sturdy plastic on that. It's not even squishable, really. Like bendable. Okay, if that's the hole it makes. See that line is right at the very edge? Yeah, it's definitely for that. Well, I think it is, because if that's the case, and then this thing pops in, right? I hope so. If it needs to be this one, because this one would be larger. So I'm wondering if it should be that one, so this comes through comfortably. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do this. Since I'm not 100% sure, let's run it through this. And if it's not big enough for this to really come through comfortably, we'll go to the next size up, okay? Did they show you here? Yeah, insert inside center of flower for shaker dome. There you go. Insert inside center of flower for shaker dome. Okay, I mean, that sounds like that's to me. Again, you can make your flower and then add it on, but I'm going to show you how to embed it if that's what you want to do. And how big is this flower? That's the other thing. Oh, it'd be cute if it was like this, no? So maybe we should shape it more like this. Yeah, either way, look cute for this. And then we have the little flower stem and all that. Okay, let's put it there. I'm just going to run this through right quick and I'll be right back. Your die cutting machine, of course. Just run that through. I'm going to carefully remove that. Oh, of course. A little tape stuck on here. Now let me just make sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, it comes right through. I think it's kind of oval shaped, so it fits a little bit better that way. I'm going to run this through our machine. Now it might warp that little area a little bit, but I'm not going to be too worried about it. So again, if you're using Platinum 6 universal plates, it's the A plate, the 3D embossing folder, and the adapter. If you have another system, do what that system requires, and you'll be good to go. Sounds great. It's like popped out of there, but there you go. Very cute. Again, this is kind of party streamer. It's not really flower background, or floral background, but I wanted to use what was in the kit for you guys today. So there you go. Oh, I just realized I put the 3D embossing folder with the plates, so I'll have to grab that in a minute. Okay, so this little guy can be in here somewhere. I am going to run this through just so we have this flower, and I'll be right back. We'll go from there. Oh, guys, hello. As I was running that through, I should have run it through with this same die. You can do it all at once because it fits in there, and I didn't do that, so now I'm just going to do it separately. But you know, I always like to run things through all together. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to take that, pop this in here, and run that through so that we get a hole. If you don't want that hole in there, you don't have to, right? It could have been just like what I showed you, then you have another center to go in there. But we're making the little hole so that we can add this guy, the shaker bits. Sorry, I'm trying to line this up the way it was, but I'll figure it out at some point. There he goes. There he goes. All right, I'll be right back. So what I was saying is that you could definitely make this and then just put it on top of your project, because you don't have to embed it in the background paper. You know, you can just kind of take this thing, do your thing, glue that on, put your shaker bits, and then put a piece of cardstock behind there. And honestly, you can run this through, like, let's say you want the center to be green or something, then run it through the same flower like that without the little hole cut out in the center, and just use that behind it because it's going to be exactly the same, right? And then the green will be showing through in the center if that's what you want, or whatever color you want. You can also embed it this way, right? This blue paper could have been there completely. It's whatever you want. So I just wanted to show you how to embed it. I don't really know that I want a white center, but it kind of defeats the purpose if I cover it up, right? So the whole point was to show you how to kind of get this embedded. So maybe we leave a white center. I don't know. Okay, so this can be trapped between these two layers. It can be under this layer, right? Wherever you want. So right now I'm gonna stick this flower down, at least towards the top. I do want a stem. Let me think about that one. Probably this guy. Let me run the stem through some cardstock and I'll be right back. I tell you, every little scrap counts. Look at that. Woo! I'll be right back. Okay. Glue in there. It'll probably be something like that. Okay. So quite a bit of glue because you have that embossed area, so I really need glue everywhere. And you know, you want to add leaves, well, we can do that. Right now I'm just tracing the little hole there. Again, that plastic could have been embedded between these two layers, right? But there's already kind of a lot of bulk going on here. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's pretty much stuck down. We can bring this guy over. And just to start off, I mean, we can put some glue here just to have it ready. I'm just going to hold that down for a little bit. I'm just kind of massaging that on there. This isn't the most like important thing. Now, this is for me. The tricky part is, well, it's not tricky for me. I'm just gonna pour some of this, you know, the sequins in a central region here. But if you want to pour it in here, oopsie, that's what I was telling you. I don't even think we have to even glue this down. But if you want to pour it in here, then you know it's gonna fall out. So if you bring this over, well, what if you're crooked, right? So that's kind of what I keep in mind. So what I'm going to do, actually, should we use wet glue? I guess we should use the wet glue. Let me get the sequins going before I do that. I'll be right back. So I have a little bit of an idea where this is going to be. And that's how I'm going to treat this. Now I have these cute little spoons, but I'm just going to pour this out. But if you have a little applicator that helps you kind of get them where you want it to be. A lot of the pale pink color and there's not too many of the blue ones. Let me take some of this back so we can get more blue to come out. That's good. And again, with sequins on this kind of thing, I think less is more because you actually want it to shake, right? So let's set that up. It's about there. Okay, perfect. All right. And now I'm going to put a ton of glue on this, so I'll be right back. I don't want to waste your time. I'm just going to really get glue all over this back piece and really get it around this circle here, under or right where the plastic is itself. You know, I'll be back. Okay, so plenty of glue. And I'm just gonna pop this down right about there. That looks pretty good. I don't think I have any caught, so yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna hold this down, especially in this area. A lot of times I like to put like something heavy on top whenever I say I'm gonna hold something down, but this does not have the ability for that. I mean, you can put something up here and something here. I'm just gonna hold it because I really want this to make connection right in here. Hey guys, the glue's still a bit wet, but I think that's pretty good. All right. So we have that. Again, I have scraps of green paper here, so I'm going to maybe run another little set of flowers just to have something else on here. It looks kind of sad by itself there. So I need to put this back on here before I misplace it. And let's see. I know this one puts out a ton of flowers at once. Oh, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I put one going this way and one little taller one kind of going this way. Okay, so I'll run that through a different color green. Why not? And then, oh, this has leaves on it already, so they don't have separate leaves out here, right? Do you see them? I don't see it. Okay, well then that's that. So I'll run these through some other color green just so it's not exactly the same as this stem. And then, oh, the flowers, hello. These little flowers, I think I'm just gonna run through white paper just to bring some more white up. And then maybe little yellow centers on this one. And I really only need two, so to be honest, if I can turn this over, since it has some stuff on it. No, I'll do it on this side. I can get a couple from there, see? All right, I'll be back. All right, actually 3 of them came out of here. Oh, that's cute. I thought it was definitely going to like just make some scraps of one area, but no, they came out perfectly. So anyway, I have 2 flowers. And so I have this larger one, right? So we'll use that. Oh, it looks like these guys do have larger and smaller centers. I'm just gonna catch it like that. How cute! Oh my gosh. I love that, it's so delicate. Look at that. The little pistils, stamens, I don't know. Okay, there we go. And then maybe another one that's a little bit smaller. Both a little bit smaller. Center here. Cute. And then I still have enough to make, you know, another one. Plus these little guys here. Pop that back on there. I'll put those to the side. And then we have this greenery that I cut. Nope. This one's already out. I'm going to go ahead and take the other one out and put this back on my carrier. Okay, and maybe this taller guy gets the taller flower or the bigger flower. Cute. I'm just gonna stick this one down flat. I'm gonna hold that down for a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that one to this little dot. Oop. And I'll be right back. And I'll put a little dimensional behind it. We could have done it with both of them, but I'm just gonna do it for this one. And get this on here. Oopsie. Hello. Okay, hold that down. There, so there's a little dimension on that one. So cute. And then these little guys. And then we'll just do our little sentiment with that set. And let's say, ooh, happy birthday, celebrate big, make it count. I mean, you can do, you know, happy birthday, celebrate big or whatever. Just add cake, make a wish. Let's just do happy birthday on this one. And I have a lot of yellow and blue. I'm trying to think of what color I want to add in for this. So it's going to make you a background piece, and then this has the inlay. And a lot of times you do want the background to show up because if you just use this, sometimes it's hard to see the message, so you definitely want a color like in the back of it. So maybe I'll run this through black. Why not? And then maybe like a light yellow, if I can find a light yellow in my stash. I'll be right back. You run something together, like I should have ran the flower right with the center. You want to tape it so it doesn't move, because you know things can move a little bit as you're rolling it through your die cutting machine. You definitely don't want a die to slip under another die, because it'll be too thick and it can mess up your dies for sure, and possibly the machine. All right, so we never want that. All right. Very seldom do I just kind of hold on to them and let it go through, but because it really can, they do move. You guys know that, so definitely want to take some care. Okay. So, stick that back on there. Okay, so I can see it didn't come all the way through. I don't know if you can see the lettering. It's supposed to be like all the way through. So whenever that happens, I just kind of come in and I'll just poke through with something like this, or just run it again, right? Run it back through. But I don't know if you can see these little pieces fall out. I don't know. You can see these guys. These tiny little things. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean it up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that. Look at all these little bits that fell out. It's funny because it's just pushed through in a way that just makes these little like shavings. Okay, just gonna glue this to that and then add a little bit of dimensional adhesive behind these guys. And I just lay one on top of the other. You can offset it if you want, you know, if you want it to be something like that, you can do that. But I just put one right on top of the other one. All right, I'll be back. Okay guys, and then I have this little guy here. Some extra little bits here and there. Maybe there. That looks straight to you guys. A little bit, maybe this way, a little bit more. All right. I usually turn things over like this and squish them down, but it's gonna be hard with that blister pack. But there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll continue working with the card kit. Keep making videos for you guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you're thinking about the kit and you know what I'm doing with it here. And I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links down in the description box as appropriate, and I'll see you all at the next one. And I will say these were all items from the kit, and the other cards, you know, I did a little bit of the add-on in the background here, add-on with again this matte layering, but this was everything that was in the kit other than, you know, the adhesive and some scraps of paper that I included. All right, bye now.